What is going on here? This is not 2001. Do not need a zigzag part. Oh no. It is so bright. It's snowing today. Fix that a little bit. Yeah, it's snowing today, so that white light outside is intense. Good morning. Welcome back to the corner. Damn it. All right, we're back. I filmed a vlog for my art channel yesterday and I forgot to change the battery, so it was empty already. But good morning. Welcome back to the corner. My name is Leigh. This is our little space, our little casual space where I talk about crafty things, mostly knitting, some crochet, some cross stitch, and some sewing every once in a while. I am a full-time illustrator and crafting is my hobby. So this is where we sit and I get to have fun talking about my hobby with you guys. All right, I have a few projects to update you on today. I'm very excited, but also the most exciting thing is what I'm wearing. I'm wearing my finished Twinkle sweater. See, I got my mismatched sleeves. I held it up to Brad and asked him what he thought about it, and he said, I actually think it's kind of badass. So that's what we're going with. It's a look. It's a look. But yeah, let me get up a little bit and show you. I am just in bike shorts because I'm not leaving the house today, so why would I put real pants on? But this is what it looks like. This is the length it ended up being, which is just about perfect. Like, imagine it with jeans. And then, yeah, that's my Twinkle sweater. It's done. I'm so happy with how it turned out. Yes, and it's so soft. All right, now we do have some whips to talk about. I don't have any FOs. So yeah, no FOs today, but I have a few whips to talk about. I'm going to be filming 2 or 3 videos today because it's time. It's time for me to do the stash tour. So I'm excited and I hope you are too. I have decided that I'm going to be doing a sock yarn tour, and then I'm going to be doing a sweater quantity and miscellaneous tour, but within that one I'm going to do plans for my sweater quantities. So that'll be very exciting. I need to make sure all my notes are correct after I finish filming this video. I have a long list of things to do today, actually. I also have to edit another video. I have to do some like admin stuff, and I'm just not in like an overall great headspace because I've been getting some bad phone calls with family news. But I'm rambling. This is not knitting related. I'm just going off first thing in this video. Let's talk about whips. The first whip I want to talk to you about, or show you, I guess, is in my Mountain State Stitches s'mores bag. I love this bag. And this actually only had like 3 rounds done on it. That's not true. Maybe like 10 or 15 rounds. But I did work a little bit on this guy, my Salem socks. I was up here for some reason, just sitting. Oh, I was waiting for the bathtub to fill with water. So I didn't want to go far. So I just stepped into the studio and I sat here and I worked on this for a little while. Our bathtub fills pretty slowly. We have a pretty big bathtub. We have like an old school clawfoot tub, and it takes a little while to fill up. So yeah, I got a few rounds done on this. These are a sock set from Sewrella Yarn, and it was the Salem sock set, and it is from the original Salem collection. So it is her old sock base that she doesn't use anymore as sock base, and it is 100% superwash merino, and it came with both of these minis. My nails are atrocious. I should have taken the nail polish off of them before I started this, but I guess I couldn't be bothered. I'm unapologetic. All right, next whip is another pair of socks. These are in a Woodsy and Wild project bag. I love her bags. I cannot wait until she starts making them again. I mean, she's been making bags, but she hasn't been doing like online sales because she did a lot of events over like the fall holiday season. And I think she's just not gotten back into it yet. But I'm halfway through a round, or halfway through a needle. Why am I like this? Let me fix this real quick. So these are Brad's cotton socks, cotton dockers. These are Brad's cotton socks. I went off about why I decided to cast these on last time, so I won't go into it again. But I decided to make Brad a pair of socks out of a vegan sock base that I've had in stash for a while because I wonder if they'll be super sturdy. I've heard from experience that they are sturdier than wool socks, so I am making him a pair and we'll see how they go. But this is the color, and this is how far I am. I am past the heel, and I am a good way down the foot. I think this marker marks 40 rounds down the foot, and it is a beautiful progress keeper. Oh, you're getting a close-up of my nails. It's great. This is a beautiful progress keeper from Rochelle, my friend Rochelle of Sassafras Knits. Gorgeous. And this color is called Octopus. It is a yarn from LaRue Cotton. This is her old vegan sock base. I think she has just recently changed up her vegan sock base. I have like 5 or 6 skeins of this specific base in my stash. But if I order more, I will let you know how it compares to the new vegan sock base, if I ever get any. I'm sure I will at some point. Especially if these hold up. Like I hope they will for Brad. If they do, then I will be making him some more. But they are turning out so beautifully. This color is just so good. Octopus. It was from her, she did an advent that was like ocean themed, and this was from the pre-order after that advent came out. It was so good. I think it was 2021. But that's all I got done on that. I've just been kind of casually working on that because I have been putting all of my effort into one project. I do have one more whip to show you before I show you that project. And it is in my Barbie bag from Junk Yarn. The tag on here says multi-craftual handmade, but it is from Junk Yarn, and I love this bag. It is such a good size. And it's got a rainbow zip, which is super fun. I love that. And in here we have my, I kept calling this the Ume shawl last time I filmed, but it is not. It is the Ube shawl. That's with a B. And this is a free pattern from Noro. And it's basically just a half granny square triangle shawl. And I have been wanting to make one of these. I talked about this in the last episode, but if you missed it, I've been wanting to make one of these for a while. I keep seeing people and friends make them or something like them. And I just love it. I just wanted one really badly, and I decided to pull, I had 2 skeins of a single color in my stash. I decided to pull them out and start this shawl. And I have done a little bit on it. Last time I was with you, I was here, which doesn't look like I got very much done, but you know, every row is longer and longer because it's constant increases. I have done 5, is that 5? 1, 2, 3, 4. I've done 5 rows since I saw you last. It's also a good close-up of the color and what the pattern looks like. I will have to move my little marker up so I know to show you my progress next time. But it is just a very simple half granny square triangle. And I'm so excited with how it's turning out. It's going to block out so beautifully. The yarn is a 100% superwash merino 2-ply, so it's very plumpy and fuzzy and delicious. And the color is the most neutral. I love it. It's called Toasted Marshmallow, and that is exactly what it looks like. And yeah, I'm using a 3.5mm hook. I'm using a hook from Bee Queen collection because I bought 2 of these and I use them all the time. I bought a 3.5mm and a 4.5mm because those are like really common sizes that I use, and I honestly do use them all the time. I love these hooks. They were an investment, but I'm so glad I bought them when I had the money. Oh man, going illustration full time has been very stressful. Inconsistent. I'm just dropping bombs on y'all today. I'm so sorry. That's it for that. I'm not gonna go any further into that. I'm gonna take a sip of coffee. I feel like it's been a day already. I hope I don't seem too manic today. I don't particularly feel manic, I feel stressed. And I think that might be manifesting as manic. So I'm sorry if that's coming across. I really hope it's not, because I have a lot of filming to do today. I think this is actually going to be a shorter episode today, which is fine because you're going to be getting some juicy content here very shortly. All right, my last whip is in this project bag. I don't know where it came from, but I keep most of my knitting related pins on it. I have like, this one is a highlight. It's from my friend Alinka, and it is a moth knitting. I love it. And yeah, I think Brad ordered this bag for me and it took an eternity to get here off some mystery store on Etsy. But it's really nice. It's got a brown interior, which I love, and brown straps. And it's got like loopies, and it's got like 30 pockets. So it's really nice. Shouldn't tell you too much about it since you can't get it. I mean, you could, I just don't know where. Like, you'd have to find it somehow. But in here, I have my Advent sweater. My Advent sweater. I know, it's been a long time since we've talked about my Advent sweater. But since I finished this guy, I decided to pick up another sweater project, another sweater whip, and focus on it. Now, I thought that was going to be my vintage 83. I mentioned that in the last episode. But turns out it was actually my Advent sweater. That's the one that I just followed my guts, and this is the one that I picked up. And I have gotten a good bit done on it. If you do not know what this is, I decided in December that I was going to, instead of getting an Advent to open every day, I was going to knit an Advent that I had already opened from a previous year. The Advent I wanted to use was my Big Little Yarn Co. Yokai Advent calendar from 2021. I did the 12-day Advent calendar from her. So I had 12 minis and then one big 100-gram main skein. And I started it and did not finish it in December. I actually kind of like lost steam pretty quickly and just kind of worked on it casually and then didn't work on it for a while. But now I am, looking at the front and the back, finished with the body. Look how silly it looks. It does look really silly. But this is my Advent sweater. Wow. So this is a piece of silver. That is the pattern name of the sweater. And it is a pattern by Vera Valimaki. It has these beautiful fat raglans. I think they're so good. It is fingering weight yarn, held single. So it is a very like light fabric. The yarn I'm using is a non-superwash Peruvian Highland wool. So it's gonna be so nice, so nice. It's got this big fat fold over true turtleneck. And I did the turtleneck in the main skein color. And I also did the bottom ribbing in the main skein color. So you can see how that looks. Yeah. And then I did the 12 mini skeins in rows of, or stripes of 12 rows each. Now, one of these, like maybe this stripe that the sleeve starts on, I may have only done 11 stripes. I think one of these down here, I only did 11 or rounds. I only did 11 rounds because I miscounted or something. One of these up here I only did 11 because I was running out of yarn, and then one down here I miscounted. But last time you saw this, I believe I had just started this green color. So I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more stripes and then the bottom ribbing, and I finished the green color, obviously. So basically 6 stripes and then the bottom ribbing. And this was not included in the pattern, but I decided to split the hem, which is why it looks so silly. Let me talk about that real quick, because when I did the math for this, I decided to do each stripe 12 rows because I wanted it to be a specific length from the entire length of the sweater. I figured out from neck to bottom how long I wanted it, and then I divided that by, I did a gauge swatch and did like my row gauge, and got to 12 rounds each. This sweater ended up way longer than I expected it to. I expected it to end about here to be like a cropped, like comfy cropped length. But this thing is a full length sweater. It is not blocked yet, but like it's longer than my twinkle by a lot, by like that much. So this is a long sweater. I mean, maybe not quite that much because it sits up on my shoulders. It's longer than the twinkle by that much-ish before blocking. So yeah, I am going to do the sleeves in the same order, but I'm going to shorten the number of rounds per stripe. I'm going to only do like 8 or 10 rounds per stripe because I want like 3/4 length sleeves or bracelet length. We'll see how it goes. Besides it being longer than I thought, it's looking great. But the fact that it's longer than I thought made me want to split the hem, because with a split hem, I think it looks cute as like I think a longer sweater looks really cute with a split hem, especially if it ends up being long enough to wear like over leggings, then that'll be super cute, I think. I just like the look of a split hem, so I did it. So yeah, I'm going to start a sleeve today, and that's going to be super exciting. And we'll see how fast I can get this baby finished, because I am excited to get another sweater finished. It's looking so fun. It's so, oh, I do need to mention real quick that it's a rainbow, but I did not use the minis in the order that I opened them in. I rearranged them to be in this order. I wanted more like a rainbow fade rather than the random stripes of how it would have looked if I put them in order. So that's that. That's my piece of silver by Vera Balamaki. I think that's all I was. Oh, I'm knitting the size 3. Also, I'm knitting the size 3, which should be a pretty close size to my bust measurement. When I picked the size, I wanted to make sure I had enough yarn. So I ended up picking a size smaller than I think I normally would have, but it's bigger than I thought it was gonna be. I have a lot of room in here. Like, I tried it on and I have a lot of I have plenty of positive ease. So it ended up being just perfect. And that is that. That's my last whip. I'm sitting on my leg and I don't need to do that because that puts my leg to sleep. That's it for whips. I did want to give you a quick update on my sock design that I mentioned last episode. I have hit a bit of a wall with it. I started grading for the small size and the large size, and I've come across a couple of issues. So I'm having to like rethink it a little bit. So that has been pushed back. I'm not sure when I'll be able to get the testing call out for that. I need to do some problem solving. But I have a couple of other patterns also in the works. I haven't physically cast them on yet, but as soon as I do cast them on, I'll tell you about those too. And we'll just see which one of them comes out to testing first. I am pretty excited about all of them, so watch this space. All right, I have 2 acquisitions, and that's gonna be about it for today. The acquisitions I have to show you today are sock yarns. They're for my mom. My mom has requested socks knit out of wool-free yarn. Not that she has anything against wool. She just likes the way cotton-based sock yarns, she likes the way they wear, and she likes the way they wear. She likes wearing them. She likes how they feel on her feet, and she likes how sturdy they are. She feels like they hold up better than the wool socks I've made for her. So she has specifically requested more socks in cotton-based sock yarn, and the yarn she picked out and then bought and sent to me arrived. So she ordered 2 skeins from LaRue, or 2 sock sets from LaRue Cotton. Here's her tag. And this is her old vegan sock base I mentioned earlier. She has recently changed it. But she had some of her old vegan sock base, like, I don't know, around when she switched her bases and made sock sets, and still has some in her shop, I'm pretty sure. But these are the 2 my mother picked out, and because they're just kind of like one-offs, they don't have names. So the first one is this gorgeous, it looks, well, it's really accurate on camera actually right now. It looks white, but it's not pure white. It's got like splotches of gray. So it's like, you can kind of see here, this gray. It's like slightly tonal. Oh, you can really see here the like variations in the tones in it. So it's a slightly tonal, almost white. And it's got this beautiful pinky red mini, which is a lot of fun. I love this combo. I'm kind of jealous of it. And then she picked this one, which is a really pretty, like, pinky purple. It's a dusty pinky purple color with pink and blue speckles, and then a really cute blue mini to match. So, ooh, look at those. Look at those. I do not think people talk about vegan sock yarn enough, because it is so lovely. And like some of these dyers, LaRue Cotton and Terrapin Fiberworks and Vegan Yarn, they all sell vegan sock yarn. They're all shops that I follow and support, and they do an amazing job with their dyeing of vegan sock yarn. It's not even like you're compromising on color with them. Like have you seen this? It's so wild what they can do. I love it so much. But that's it for acquisitions. I'm not buying anything for myself. I'm trying to work through some stash. Anything else I wanted to update you on? I accidentally went off at the beginning of the episode. But yeah, I will be filming stash tours today, and you will be getting those very soon. I'll probably be posting them. I might be doing them instead of a podcast next week. Maybe, I'm not sure. I might do like a Tuesday and a Tuesday. We'll see. I'm not sure yet when you should expect them. It depends on the editing process, because one of these shouldn't take a lot of editing, but the other one, when I do the episode with all of my sweater quantities and the plans I have for my sweater quantities, that's going to take a lot of editing, because I'm going to be putting like a picture of the pattern in the video, and that just takes more time than just, you know, putting clips together. So not sure exactly when you should expect those, but very, very soon. And yeah, my first video back on my art channel will be up by the time this video comes up, so that's very exciting. If you missed it, I am reviving my art YouTube channel, and I am going to be posting vlogs over there as well. So if you are interested in seeing more vlog type stuff or things that are relevant to like the art side of my life, I know there can be some overlap. So if you are interested in that, you can go check me out over there. And besides that, I don't personally have a lot going on right now that I can tell you about. I have a lot of things going on, but a lot of it is not my specific problem that I can tell you about. or things that I'm just not ready to tell you about. But yeah, it's whatever. We did sign our lease renewal for this house though. So we will be here one more year at least. I personally am very excited about this. The thought of moving was horrible to me. Cause I mean, quite frankly, I love this house. I love living here. I love the location. I love the house itself. I just don't want to leave until we have to. So yeah, we're here again. One more year. Yay. I guess that's some good news. That's all I got for you today though. I am stressed a little bit that I was super manic in this episode, but hopefully I wasn't too bad. It felt like it went really fast. So, but thank you for joining me today. I love talking to you. It's always a highlight of my day when I get to sit and talk to you about knitting stuff. And I will see y'all next time.